guys, today I am here with what can only be described as a big old dirty haul. This is mostly things that I picked up while in the United States. As I've mentioned 1,000 times, my boyfriend lives in the US, so I shipped some things to him during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Then we also met in New York on vacation in the middle of December, so I did a little bit of shopping then, so I'm going to show you everything that I picked up. Let's start with Sephora because that's obviously, well, not really the most fun this time around, but got some great stuff at Sephora. I shipped a few things during Cyber Monday or Black Friday or something like that. And then I also decided to take a stroll on my own on a dark, rainy night in New York City and got completely lost, but eventually ended up at Times Square Sephora, which was sick. So the first item that I got, I actually picked this up as like the day it launched, and I was so excited about this. It is the Tarteist Contour Palette. So this is a contour palette from Tarte, and I've never bought a contour palette before because they've never looked like they would actually suit my skin tone, and for the first time I was like, wow, that looks like an actual cool tone powder along with some shades that will work for my skin tone. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this yet. Let me know if you'd like to see a full review on it because I haven't seen many people talk about it, but so far I'm still kind of just testing it out. Up next is the Jaclyn Hill palette from Becca. I missed out on the Champagne Pop release because I had been eyeing Opal for probably a year, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'm buying Opal, I don't care, I'm gonna spend $45 on a highlight and see what it's all about. Then I think like 3 days later Champagne Pop came out, and I just could not justify another highlight from Becca. So when this trio came out, I thought this looked really interesting because you can kind of mix and match depending on your mood. So it's the 3 pressed pigments, so you get Pearl, Champagne Pop, and then the Copper, which is called Blush Copper. So I've been really loving this palette. The Becca highlights, like if you are just kind of dabbling in highlighting and you want to try something really good, this is it. I am a complete Kat Von D fanatic. I picked up 2 of their her tattoo liners. They were 100-point perk, so I've been using the mini size, and they are amazing. And I never ever thought that I would buy a full-size high-end liner, but I did it. This is their ink liner, which I'm realizing is not what I meant to pick up. I meant to pick up their tattoo liner in Trooper, which is what I have here, and I thought because I saw the name Trooper that it was going to be the same. So I'm actually, I don't know if it's the same or not, but I think I'm going to return it and get the tattoo liner because that is what I meant to get, but the tattoo liner is amazing. The pen is really small. It is super black, glides over glitter eyeshadow really well, lasts all day, and I find it really easy to get a wing because I suck at eyeliner and it makes it really easy for me. So I think it is totally worth the like 22 bucks. Then I picked up the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. This is in the shade, I believe, medium 24. This isn't as thick as I thought it was going to be. I don't know if it's because I ordered it to my boyfriend's house and it just kind of sat around and has gotten a little bit separated. Let me know what you think of this. I do really like it, but it's just not that same crazy thick consistency that I had expected because the Kat Von D foundation is so crazy thick. I expected kind of the same thing from this, but it's not as thick as I had anticipated, but I do really like it, and you get tons of product in here. Up next from Sephora is a foundation that I have been eyeing forever. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I ordered this online, so it was really risky because I don't really know my shade, and I couldn't really find what would be a good match. This one is like slightly too dark for me, but it'll work. It is in 4W2 Toasty Toffee. If you'd like to see an Oily Skin Diaries on this, let me know. I would love to do a demo for you. I have been loving it so far. A great full coverage foundation, but it doesn't feel cakey. It lasts long on my skin. I have very oily skin, and I've really been enjoying it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have a pump. I've heard you can add a MAC pump to it, but like, I don't really want to mess around with that. But it is a really nice foundation. So during my rainy trip to Times Square Sephora, I was actually going to use my 20 off of $50 coupon that you got for being a VIB, and I had no idea what to purchase. I had a few things in mind, but when I got there, they were all sold out. Then I saw this, and I was kind of like, I never even really considered this. And I was kind of looking at it, and it's something I wouldn't go and spend. For some reason, when you have a coupon, you know, it seems like free money. So I was like, what would I buy that I wouldn't normally buy? So I picked up the Anastasia, what is this called? The cream, the cream contour kit in medium. So you get kind of a corrector shade, a banana shade, a concealer shade, and then 3 kind of contour shades. These 2 are really cool. This one's a little bit warmer, and I have really been liking this so far. I've only used it twice, but so far so good, and I love the clear new cover on the packaging. I also got a point perk, which I normally don't do. The most I'll spend is 100 points, but this is their 500 point perk, and my friend Ashley picked this up and really liked it, so I thought I would try it. It is the Josie Maran, what is this called? Best and Brightest. So the reason I picked it up is because it has the highlight in it, and that seems like a really good deal because when you get little liquid products, they run out very fast, but this has the cream or the powder highlight in here, pure argan oil, which everybody talks about, the pure argan milk intensive hydrating treatment, but it also has the Argan Infinity lip and cheek creamy oil and everlasting honey. So this is something you can put on your lips and your cheeks, and again, my justification behind that is it's something that's going to last for a good while, so it's kind of worth spending your 500 point perk, because when you think about it, 500 point perks means you spent $500, so it has to be a pretty decent perk for me to want to pick it up. So before I went to New York, I was trying to figure out different stores that I wanted to go to that I could not check out here in Canada, and one of them is Ricky's NYC. I always hear that girl Shay talk about it. She lives in Jersey but goes to this store all the time, and I happen to follow a great blog. It's called Nouveau Cheap. I will link to her down below. She does all kinds of great stuff about drugstore makeup. Mostly it's American, but it can still be really helpful, and she posted about a website called Gilt, and they were offering a coupon for, I think it was a $60 coupon for $100 in-store credit for Ricky's NYC, and it was like the day before I left, so I purchased that. So I went into Ricky's thinking like, woo, I have $100 of free money. Not the case. I had spent $60. But I got to pick up some really cool things that I had been eyeing. The first thing that I really wanted to try are the LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet Lipsticks. I have been eyeing these. You can get LA Girl here, but you can't get these lipsticks. The packaging on these are gorgeous. They were only $4.99 each. I picked up 4 different shades. The 2 that I really wanted are 2 very interesting shades, and I didn't want to have to splurge on Lime Crime or any of the higher end brands for these kind of colors because I'm not going to be wearing them very often. But the first one that I got is in the shade Blue Valentine, which is a navy blue. Then I picked up, what is this one called? It's like something about poems or something. Poetic, which is a gray. And I don't know, I really was attracted to this and wanted to try it out. Then I got 2 more wearable shades. The one I'm wearing right now, it's a nice chocolatey, rich brown in the shade Spicy, and then a great nude in the shade Snuggle. These are very comfortable. I've only worn this one and Snuggle before. I haven't yet worn the gray or blue. Kind of wanted to warn you before I like jumped on my channel with blue lips, but it's coming. So I am really excited about these. There's about 15 shades in this line, and they seem like really great quality. Something that I really wanted to try from Ricky's is their Ricky Care non-latex. This is essentially a beauty blender dupe, and you can see it's got like great, oh, it does kind of smell bad. I'm sure once you wash it, it'd be fine, but it's got like great softness to it. Very similar to a beauty blender. That girl Shay uses it all the time on her channel, and you know, she knows her stuff. So I am really excited to put this to use. This was only 10 bucks. Another product from LA Girl that I picked up is the Pro Conceal, and I got this in the shade Espresso to use for cream contouring. If you'd like to see a cream contouring drugstore and cream contouring high-end, I can totally do that for you, because that was kind of my plan. I wanted to do a drugstore version, but now that I've got the Anastasia cream contour palette, I can totally do a high-end one as well. So let me know if you'd like to see that, but I am really interested to put this to use because it does have that small kind of precision brush on it, which will make it really easy just to kind of sweep under or kind of on your cheekbones to give you a really kind of chiseled look, but it blends out really nicely because I've got the lighter version that I use as a under eye highlight, and I really like these. So I'm so excited to have this darker shade in my collection. The second last item that I picked up is a brush from Morphe. I hear so much about Morphe. They had the 35O palette, which everybody dies for, but I just have too much eyeshadow. So I decided to try one of their brushes. This is the M500, and I got this for highlighting. You could even use it to contour. You could use this for setting under your eyes lightly. It just looked like a really interesting brush and like nothing that I had. So, so far I have really been liking this for highlighting. The last item that I picked up from Ricky's is something that is quite pricey. It was $40, I think. It is the Face Atelier Ultra Matte. And if you know anything about me, you know how oily my skin is. But I know that the makeup artist Wayne Goss, he is like a makeup god and loves Face Atelier. And the description just sounded so good on this. Oh, it's not. I think it's on the bottle. Hold on. It's like a spray that you can use before and after your makeup. Perfect prep for oily skin that can be used all day guaranteed to preserve, not disturb your makeup. This revolutionary silicone-based formula minimizes the look of fine lines and wrinkles while erasing shine. Banish shine before, during, and after makeup application. So it just sounded really amazing, and while I was there, I figured I might as well try it because I wouldn't have gotten the chance to try this otherwise, and I know this is a popular brand with makeup artists, so I'm excited to put this to use. It wouldn't necessarily be something that I would use every day, but for big nights out, days that I need my makeup to last forever, I'm excited to try. So if you'd like to see a demo or first impressions with this, let me know. So I didn't have a whole ton of places that I wanted to check out while I was in New York, with the exception of Ricky's, Sephora, Times Square, and some drugstores. But something that I knew I had to do was go to the Bite Beauty Lip Lab. This is located in Soho. I did a whole kind of vlog video about my experience there, so I will link to that up here. But this is the lipstick I created. You got to pick your shade, your scent, your finish, what kind of the packaging it comes in. And I decided to go for a reddy orange shade because I was debating a nude, but then I decided I wanted to go for something more bold. So this is a lipstick I created. It was just such a cool experience, and if you are a lipstick junkie, you need to check this out while in New York. I also went to a few drugstores while I was there, but there was nothing really that had appealed to me because I recently did that swap with Kelsey from Modern Martha, which I will link to up here. She had sent me a lot of the things that I was lusting after from the drugstore from the United States. But something that I really wanted to try, which you might be able to get this in Canada, but I didn't want to risk it. It's the Nivea Men Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. And you may be like, why? What? But if you watch Nikki Tutorials or Kathleen Lights or a few other people, Nikki Tutorials was the one who first mentioned this, but she uses this as a primer. It's got a ton of glycerin in it. I think it's the second ingredient, and it really helps your makeup stick to your face and last forever. She's an amazing makeup artist, and I really am excited to give this a try. If you would like to see another first impressions, I would love to do that for you. Probably gonna do it anyways because I'm so intrigued to see how this works. While at CVS, I also picked up the Revlon Color Stay Combination Oily Skin Foundation. This one is in the shade Toast. I don't know if it's just where I live, but the Revlon Color Stay selection of foundations is really horrible. It's very light. When you look at like the airbrush foundation, the one that has like glitter in it, it goes really deep. But this one in Canada, or at least where I live, does not work. And I really wanted to revisit this because I used to use this a lot when I first started wearing makeup because this is what everybody talked about on YouTube. So I'm interested to give this a go again and see if it really is what everybody hypes it up to be. And lastly is something I picked up during Black Friday that I had shipped. It is the HK Girl top coat. I got 3 of them because there was some kind of Black Friday deal. If you are looking for a great, seriously fast drying, like we're talking a minute, glossy, thick, helps your nail polishes wear for longer top coat, this is it. It's kind of like an indie brand, I guess you could say, but it's gotten so much more popular, and I'm absolutely in love with it, and I don't ever plan on switching. I used to use Seche Vite, but I find that kind of shrinks your manicure. This doesn't do that. It's amazing. It's totally affordable, and I highly recommend, clearly, because I own 3 of them. So thank you so much for watching if you stuck with me throughout this haul. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at SamanthaJaneYT. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you would like to see further reviews and first impressions on, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!